guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great week so far. I hope that May was amazing for you guys. I think May was my favorite month of the year so far. We just spent a lot of time outside, relaxing. We went on vacation. We were in Orlando for about a week and it was so beautiful there. I cannot wait for the warm weather to make its way up here to the Northeast because it is very cold outside, but I'm so excited that summer is right around the corner. What are you guys up to this summer? Leave me a comment below letting me know if you have any summer vacation plans or if you'll just be relaxing or working if you're an adult, because you don't really get a lot of downtime in the summer when you're an adult. But I hope you guys will be able to find some time to just enjoy yourselves. And don't forget to leave me a comment below letting me know what you guys have been loving so I can check them out if I haven't already. And let's jump into it and I'll show you guys what I've been loving. Okay, so my favorite product of the month was definitely the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself Eye and Cheek palette. I love this palette so much, and to be honest with you guys, I had high hopes for it when I saw it online, but I did not think I was going to like it as much as I did. I decided to give it a shot just because the colors looked really beautiful and the swatches looked really beautiful as well, but I wasn't sure that I was going to like it because the last Tarte palette I got was the Rainforest of the Seas Volume 2, and it was kind of a similar design and I really didn't like that one. But the one that I got before that was the Tartist Pro palette, and that is one of my favorites. So I kind of feel like Tarte eyeshadow palettes are hit and miss for me. I either really like them or I really just don't like them at all. So I was excited to try this one out. The colors in this palette are so beautiful. I love this because it comes with a mix of neutrals and then also some pops of colors. So no matter what you like to wear on your eyes, you're going to be able to find something that works for you in this palette. I would say if you're strictly a neutral fan to probably skip over this because it mainly does have a lot of color in it. But if you are someone that likes to wear, you know, mainly neutrals with a pop of color, it's going to be a great option for you. I always put neutrals in my crease and my outer corner, and then I go in with one of these shadows all over the lid, and it just gives you a beautiful metallic finish. I'm wearing the color Fairy on my lid today with some of the shadows from the Tartist Pro palette, and I just love it. I personally recommend using your fingers with these shadows. So if you've tried them with a brush and you don't like them as much as you thought you would, try going in with your finger because I feel like your finger will apply them just the best. They look the most pigmented and the most beautiful when I apply them with my finger all over my lid. I haven't really used the shadow Myth a whole lot. They have one random matte shadow in here which would work as a transition shadow, but I usually use a different shadow in the crease or as a transition color. And I feel like the middle shade is a little bit of a letdown for me. It's not quite as beautiful as all of the other shades, but I do use it in the inner corner or sometimes, you know, on my lid, just depending if I want to brighten up a shade a little bit. Otherwise, I have had so much luck with all of the other colors. It's just a beautiful palette. And if you're looking for something unique, I definitely recommend this one. The other eyeshadows that I've been loving all month long are the Colourpop Pressed Powder Shadows. So these are $5 each. They just come as singles, and then they do have a few different eyeshadow palettes available on the website, but I just have my own custom palette here. This one is actually a MAC palette that I had in my collection, and I just put the shadows inside. I like it because it gives you space between the shadows, and these shadows do kick up a lot of powder, so they can tend to get in the other shadows around it, which will completely change the color, if that makes sense. So I like palettes like this that actually separate them. That way you don't get fallout of a shimmery shadow into a matte shadow and things like that. But I will put an overlay with all of the names of the shades in this palette because you guys, every single shadow in this palette is an essential for me. I have so many of the single shadows, but I've really like nailed down my perfect palette, especially for spring and summer, because I've really been going for like a really warm eye. I wear a lot of like orangey or red tones and then also some like pink tones up here, and there's some really beautiful metallics. So I definitely recommend any of these shadows. They go really well together or on their own, and I can't stop using them. They are so soft and blendable. They make doing your eyeshadow so quick and easy, and they have really fun trendy colors but also some great neutrals on the website as well. Another one of my favorites has been the Colourpop Super Shock shadow in this shade Boy Band, and I have to tell you guys, I have been neglecting my Super Shock shadows in favor of my pressed powder shadows, not on purpose, but I just love the powder shadows so much. Even the shimmer or metallic powder shadows just perform beautifully, so I haven't been reaching for these as much as I have in the past, but I did pick this one back up lately and it's so beautiful. It goes just beautifully with the shadows in this palette and then also just on its own. It's such a gorgeous, warm, rusty brown, and it looks insane insanely pretty all over the lid. I wear it all the time. So it was a limited edition shadow and they actually brought it back. So I definitely recommend getting your hands on it if you haven't already. It's just one of my favorite shadows of all time. Okay, let me talk about a few highlighters that I've been loving. Highlighters have always been kind of like a take it or leave it product in my makeup routine just because I struggle with texture on my skin and I feel like highlighters have always enhanced that texture. And then on top of it, I just feel like I always wear like shimmery blushes, so I didn't really need a highlighter. That has totally changed. Now I feel like I have to have highlighter on. I love how it looks. It's so beautiful and glowy, and I've discovered a few favorites that I love, so let me tell you guys about them. So the first one is from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It is their HD highlighting powder in the shade Starlight Glow. I just mentioned this in an e.l.f. favorites video, which I'll link in the description box below if you guys want to check it out. I've really been loving a lot of different e.l.f. products, so I didn't want to be too repetitive and include all of them in this video, so I'll link that video below. But this highlighter is so beautiful. I feel like it's on par with a higher end highlighter formula. I feel like it has to be a dupe for some highlighter in my collection, and I'm going to find it and do a dupes video very soon. But this color is really beautiful. It's a light, cool toned champagne gold, and it looks flattering on my skin tone, but I also feel like it would be flattering on a medium, tan, or deep skin tone as well. It is just very smooth and blendable. It goes on effortlessly and it looks so beautiful all over the face. So if you want a pretty intense highlight that's just going to give you a really gorgeous glow, this is a great option and it's super affordable, so I definitely recommend it. So my mind totally changed about this palette. The first few times I used it, I just really wasn't that impressed, and I feel like that's why I don't like to do a lot of first impressions videos, just because your first impressions can change so quickly, either for the good or for the bad. I'm really excited that my first impressions changed about this because I wanted to like it. So this is the Smashbox Spotlight palette, and this one is the Pearl palette. They also have a gold palette, but I haven't really used that one enough. I feel like it's a little bit dark for my skin tone, but the Pearl palette is so beautiful and so flattering if you have a fair to light skin tone. I feel like it would work on any skin tone really, but I feel like this one is the better option if you have a lighter skin tone, and the gold one might be a better option if you have a medium, tan, or deep skin tone. I didn't know that I really liked subtle highlighters until I tried this one, and it just gives you like the perfect everyday glow if you don't want something too crazy. So I like that there are 3 different shades in this palette. I think it's great because you can mix them, you can apply them over each other, or you can wear them on their own. So it really is a convenient product, and these shades are very beautiful and very flattering. So I really feel like they are unique to my collection. I don't have a lot of highlighters that are similar to these, so if you're looking for a highlighting palette or you've been thinking about trying it out, it might be a great option for you if you want something a little bit more subtle. I have been loving this pressed powder duo from Colourpop so much. I think I've been wearing it every single day during the month of May, and I'm probably going to hit pan on both of these by the end of the summer because there's no way I'm putting it down anytime soon. So this one was part of their Sand collection, and it comes with a really beautiful, warm, peachy blush, and then also a really gorgeous highlighter. This highlighter is so unique to my collection. It has this warm, peachy undertone to it, but it also has this champagne gold base that just, when they're combined, they're so gorgeous on the face. I think this highlighter is the reason why I started wearing highlighter again, just because it looked so beautiful on my skin. And to be honest with you guys, I thought this palette would be a little bit too dark for my skin tone, but it is so flattering, especially if I wear it with really warm shadows like Boy Band or some of the orangey shades from my pressed powder shadow palette. I feel like I'm like Colourpop's #1 fan when it comes to their pressed powder products, but they're just so good. If you haven't tried them yet, I definitely recommend them. I did pick up the Kat Von D Lock-It Powder Foundation a while ago, and I've been trying it out and it's been my favorite. Right now I'm using the Benefit Hello Flawless Powder Foundation, and I love that one so much, but it is not cruelty free, so I've been looking for a good alternative, and this one is very similar, but I feel like it's even more mattifying. So if you have oily skin like I do, this is going to be a great option. I have the shade Light 42, which is definitely too light for me. I always go for like the lightest shade just because that's what usually matches my skin. This one is very light. I mean, look how light it looks next to my face on camera. I don't know what I was thinking when I grabbed this one, but I love this powder. Like I said, it's very mattifying. I always use mine with a damp beauty blender, and it gives you a very full coverage look. It locks your foundation into place all day long, and it really helps to control any oil on your skin. I haven't tried a lot of Kat Von D products, but every single one that I try, I love. So other than the Lock-It Concealer Cream, that one was not my favorite, but otherwise I loved every single one of her products. So I definitely want to try one of her foundations. I don't know if she has a lot of foundations or if she only has like 1 or 2, but if you guys have tried them and you like them, let me know in the comments below. I do have a new eyebrow routine going on right now, so I was using a shadow from a Maybelline quad, but again, Maybelline is not cruelty free, so I've been looking for a good alternative, and my sister actually recommended this product to me. I had it in my collection, which was funny, I completely forgot about it, but it is the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in this shade Dark Brown. I feel like this one is actually a better match for my hair color than the one that I was using. That one was a little bit too dark, and my hair is a little bit lighter than when I first started using it a few years ago, so I've really been loving this a lot lately. I mainly use the dark shade in this duo to fill in my brows, and then sometimes I'll mix them for like the front of my brow. I am definitely not a brow expert, like don't get me wrong, I don't feel like my brows are the best looking brows in the entire world, but it does work for me. I feel like it matches my hair color, it stays in place, and I like that it's a little bit more cool toned, so it just kind of makes them look a little bit more natural. Not that my brows look natural by any means, but it works well for me, so I've been using it every single day this month. So I discovered a new lip color favorite. This one is from Smashbox. It is the Always On liquid lipstick in the shade In Demand. This is such a beautiful nude. I actually bought it because Tati was wearing it in one of her videos and it looked so beautiful on her, and I feel like it looked more unique than your typical nude, and I feel like this is going to be a great option for summertime because it's a really beautiful, warm, peachy nude. If you guys haven't tried this lipstick formula yet, it's a great option if you want a liquid lipstick that's a little bit more comfortable than another liquid lipstick. It's still not completely comfortable throughout the day because it is a long wearing matte liquid lipstick, so it does feel a little bit dry on the lips, but it's definitely more lightweight than a lot of the other brands out there, so you can't really feel it as much as you would feel another brand. I think the applicator is super convenient, and I do feel like they have some unique shades in the line. I have a really fun purple, a fun gray, and then I've also been wearing the shade Baja Bound this month, which is a really beautiful bright pinkish red, which I think is fun for summer as well. So I definitely recommend In Demand. I think it's such a fun nude. And then I've also been loving the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Strip. I wear this all the time. It's such a beautiful, warm, medium nude. It's kind of similar to the shade In Demand. Now that I'm looking at them, they're very similar. I feel like Strip is a little bit darker and it's a lot less expensive. I think this one is $6 and this one is over $20, I believe, so Strip is definitely going to be a great alternative, and this one is the Ultra Satin formula, so it's more comfortable than the Ultra Matte formula. It's just such a beautiful nude. It's perfect for summertime if you want something a little bit more warm, and I just can't get enough of it. Okay guys, those were all of my favorite products throughout the month of May. Thank you so much for watching. I definitely want to hear from you guys, so don't forget to leave me a comment below letting me know what you guys have been loving so I can check them out if I haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.